Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. And I just want you to know that I'm out here. I'm furiously working very, very hard on the program. I intend to get this out to you soon. I really do intend to get this out to you soon. It's so hard when you have kids home all summer. You can't find a spot to record. You're constantly busy. There's so much going on. I find no private time to do this, but I am working very, very hard on it. The reason being is because, I've lost a lot of my videos on YouTube, even in the last few weeks. Videos which I didn't think would get taken off. Videos that I work hard on. I spend hours on them, putting the right information out for you guys so that you have it. Because access to information and then you making up your own mind is really important, right? That is natural health. If we go into a medical establishment, they're not going to give us the information on natural health. We have to rely on our natural health channels to provide us alternative information that we can think about, that we can research, and we can decide on for ourselves. So, over the last 2 years, we know the topic that we haven't been allowed to talk about. We certainly can't talk about the pandemic or COVID or the vaccines. That's sort of an off topic. Now, it shouldn't be. This should be a topic of public debate, of public scrutiny, of public opinions, of seeing what's happening with the data, open transparency, and also we should be able to see what's happening on a case-by-case basis. The anecdotal evidence, or so you might say, these case studies are in real time, and it's important and valid for us to be discussing them. But I'm staying away from that topic. Obviously, these topics are not allowed and being censored heavily. Next, food. I mean, now that we are, getting into some food crises, we're getting into some reorganization of the food system. It seems that these topics are starting to become controversial as well. So, you don't want to be talking about whole, natural, organic plant and animal food because some of that is cause for censorship now. And it boggles the mind. You don't want to talk about politics because you certainly don't want to offend anyone, and you certainly don't want to get lumped into a group and have your videos taken down because of some strange ideology which isn't even real or isn't even happening. So you have to be very careful about politics. We can't talk about the war. We can't talk about the food. We don't want to talk about anything that could be happening with any sort of a great reset. I don't even know if that term's allowed on here, even though it is truly a real thing and there's a real book on it. So again, not being able to talk about medicines, pharmaceutical medicines, not being able to talk about what's been happening in the world, food, organic or otherwise, healthy meat, healthy animals, healthy plant foods, and what might not be so healthy. Can't talk about top politics, can't talk about the war, can't talk about anything, can't, I mean, this YouTube channel is for natural health, so it's very hard not to touch on these topics because they're so interwoven and interconnected right now, and they matter deeply to what's going on in our world. So I'm finding it very, very difficult to pump out videos on this channel, especially when I work hard on them and they get taken down. I will continue to put videos. I think trauma and talking about mind, body, I hope is still allowed and accessible on this channel, but I am putting together the program. The program is going to be comprehensive. It is going to give you the chance to become your own healer, to understand what it takes to heal, to understand all the different facets of things knowledge that you need and things that you need to consider and how to go through it and really implement, because most people are lost on their chronic healing journeys. They're lost. They don't have the support. They don't have alternative points of view and different information. And a lot of times they feel given up on. A lot of times they feel, like they're just getting worse and worse, or this is a lifetime sentence. And I don't want anyone to ever feel that way, particularly after what I went through and survived. So I'm not gone. I was a little disheartened to have some videos, and some information that I worked hard on taken down. It's disheartening. It's sort of you know, it makes you take a step back. It makes you think, is it worth it? But of course it is worth it. It is worth it. You know, I don't make any money off of this channel. I'm not monetized. I don't know why they come after smaller channels who aren't even monetized, but, you know, I'm doing my best to keep my own morale up, to work on something productive behind the scenes. I know it seems like I'm not producing a lot of videos, but I actually am behind the scenes. So hopefully that will be coming very, very soon. And I am going to keep my channel going. You know, it's soul crushing. It's disheartening. It's sort of, it makes you stop. It makes you feel like giving up, but I won't give up, and I will come back, and I will touch on the topics that are still safe to talk about when it comes to natural healing, in the landscape of today's world. And I hope this isn't always the case. You know, I hope that we can get past disinformation and misinformation and call it information, different types of information, different types of studies, different types of anecdotes, different ideas, different thoughts, different perception, different ways to view a problem. This is what we teach kids, right? We want to think outside the box. We need to look at things from different angles. This is what you learn in science and in debating class and political science and real science. We learn to ask a question, make a hypothesis. It might be wrong. It's okay to be wrong, and then test it in different ways, different various ways, until we arrive at some form of an accepted or widespread truth. And then even then, it still changes and evolves and grows. So I hope we get back to some sort of a regular and some sort of a normal and allowed thought, opinion, discussion, debate, because it's important, it's needed. And without it, you know, society will crumble, democracies will crumble, and we won't be living in a great world when we can't even come on and express our thoughts, which aren't meant to be dangerous to anyone. And certainly people can do their own research, but there's no danger in the information that I provide. And so misinformation, disinformation, I mean, or is it just information? Anyways, I am going to go. I'm still continuing on the course right now. I'm just about to do another video for that. So I will see you soon for my channel, and hopefully everybody out there will keep your eye on the program that's coming, because it's going to be a really beneficial program for everyone out there, especially given the landscape today out there in the world. You need this information moving forward. So wish me luck on it. I hope to provide it soon, and I will see you in the next video.